Good morning. I hope everybody is doing well. This week we are going to learn about Henri Matisse. If you remember, we learned about Henri Matisse and his amazing shapes and his awesome organic shapes. As you can see here, Mrs. Holsapple has put a few of those organic shapes here that we learned about a few weeks ago. This week we are going to learn about his fish series. The golden fish is what we are going to do an assignment on. Henri Matisse was a French artist known for his bold use of color and paints. Matisse's favorite subjects were nature, still lifes, and the human figure. He and Pablo Picasso, who we will learn about later, helped shape and define the modern art in the 20th century. While both artists were great friends, they were also rivals as well. Now, I feel like they fed off each other and they were really good friends that helped inspire each other, just like you guys do every week. You inspire me, you help me learn and grow as an artist, and I really appreciate you guys so much because you guys are so talented and you guys bring so much to class every week and help Mrs. Holsapple learn. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we also are going to learn about 3-point perspective, and that is what we are going to start with. So the first thing I need you to do, I'm going to get lined up, is that I want you to come from the bottom of your paper and I want you to move your finger at an angle, and right about here, I want you to make a dot. This dot is where we're going to draw our 3-point perspective. I'm going to show you an example of what we're doing today. This is what we are going to be doing today, and this is 3-point perspective. This is one wall, 2 walls, and the floor. This also, I forgot to show you, is an example, which Ms. Holsapple did not print this out in color, but this is an example of the goldfish that Henri Matisse has done. This is done. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do from the corner of our page to the dot, we are going to draw an angled line. So go ahead and draw your angled line. Now back to the dot, we are going to draw a straight line all the way to the top of our page. So right from the dot to the top of our page, draw a straight line, as straight as you can get it. And so now we have one wall, and we'll draw the last wall in the floor in just 1 second. Because I'm using a marker, I'm going to first draw my fish bowl. Because if not, then I'm going to have a big awkward line through my table and my fishbowl. So what I'm going to do right about here, right underneath the dot, I'm going to draw a straight line over to the side just a little bit. Just a straight line, just like that. That's going to be the bottom of my fish tank. Now I'm not going to touch this because this actually isn't straight across here. We'll draw that line later. Again, just straight line straight across. This is the base of our fish tank. Just like that. Base of our fish tank. Now, from this line, I'm going to draw a straight line up. This is going to be one side of my tank. Just a straight line up. Now, the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. Straight line up. About the same distance. Now, we're not going to close this in with a straight line across. We are going to do an oval on top because this is the opening of our fish bowl. So I'm going to do an oval. Just like that. Now, remember, if Mrs. Holsapple is going too fast, you can put this on pause and then come back and watch it again if you need to replay it. However works for you. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the table around the fishbowl. So I'm just going to do an oval around the fishbowl, but I'm going to stop at either end of the fishbowl. So that's an invisible line. So an oval right around my fishbowl. because that is the table. And I'm going to go ahead and draw legs on my table. So I'm going to do a straight line down over to the side and another straight line down to the side. Same thing over here, straight line down and a straight line down. I'm going to connect my table just to give it a little personality. You can do however you'd like. You can make your table so different. If you'd like, you can do it just like Mrs. Holsapple, however you'd like to do. And then, of course, our back leg's going to be here. And then another back leg back here. Straight line down, and then closing in at the bottom. So now it has, there's your table for your fishbowl to sit on. Now I told you we'll come back to this one, and now it's time to come back. So what will happen from our dot, where we were here, we did the angle line and the straight line up. We're going to do a straight line over, but we got to stop at the table. So a slight line right there. Invisible line, pick up your pencil, whatever you're using again, and a straight line. So that gives you the bottom of our floor. It gives you a wall here and a wall here. So there is our 3-point perspective, just like here on here we have our floor, one wall, and one wall. So as you can see, Mrs. Holsapple has colored hers, and I'm hoping that you'll color yours and do all kinds of fun things. These are just ideas. This is a way to do it, but it's not the way to do it. You put your own artistic spin on yours and show me all kinds of new ideas that you can come up with, because I know that you guys have an amazing creative mind and you can come up with so many other cool ideas. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to draw our fish in our fish tank. So we're going to do an oval and then a triangle for the tail. So straight line out, a straight, or not straight line, I guess they're angle lines, kind of like a triangle, and then we'll close them in. So obviously my fish is pointing this way, so I'm going to do a sideways smile, just like that. I'm not going to put a face on my fish. I don't want to. So you can if you'd like, if I'm not going to. And then an inside fin, just like that. So that's, I'm just going to use a simple basic fish in mine. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm drawing another fish. I'm going to have him pointing this direction this time. So I'm doing another triangle for a tail. A V for his, let's see, sideways smile. And then a V for his other fin. I think I am going to give my fish tank one more fish. I'm going to do another oval. Again, you can add as many or as little fish as you'd like. Triangle tail. Line down. My fish is facing that direction, so I'll do a sideways smile that way. And then I need to put water in my tank. I probably should have done that first. We better hurry. So I'm just going to do kind of an upside down smile. And then I have 3 fish in here. So I'm going to give the illusion of like little shadows off of the top of my water. So just kind of a bumpy line oval. Not that mine don't close in. They're just kind of just a small bumpy line oval. Just to give the illusion that the fish are kind of given a shadow or a reflection on the top. Now at the bottom of my fish tank, I can do rocks, which I can do all kinds of different rocks. However you'd like to do, just do some ovals at the bottom, just like that. I'm just doing some quick ovals to fill in the bottom. And then I can also put some seaweed in there. So I'm going to do some organic shapes, kind of like Matisse was known for. So I'm going to, obviously, I'm going to put my fish in front of the seaweed. So invisible line. And then I'll come up and I'll close it in the top, just like that. So there's some seaweed. Same thing. I'll probably do like two or 3 or 4. Let's see how many fits in there. And again, remember that the seaweed won't go on top of the fish because we've already got the fish in there. Now, if you drew with a pencil, then you would be able to erase some of your fish, and you could put some of your fish behind the seaweed, kind of like I did here. But if you use the pencil, you'd be able to do that. Or if you'd like to add another fish behind, maybe one of your seaweed, maybe I'll draw another seaweed over here. And I'll come down, and maybe I'll draw one more fish and he's behind. So I do an oval, which I went a little bit over, and do another oval, do it like that, and then his tail will be a triangle. So I'll come down to my seaweed. And then do the fin. So you could draw a fish behind. So there is our fish bowl, and now we'll need patterns behind. And you can do any kind of pattern you'd like. Maybe your floorboard would have, maybe I'll have circles. Your floor has circles on it. You can do whatever you'd like. You could have stripes, you could have zigzags, you could have whatever you'd like. Maybe I'll do zigzags in this wall. And maybe on the other wall, let me think of another pattern. I would definitely like it to see you do different patterns on all three. Maybe I'll do leaves in the background of this one. And you'll have, Ms. Holsapple loves to draw leaves. So maybe I'll do a leaf pattern. And then I could also add flowers in the background. I could do anything I could come up with. And that's the same with you guys. You can do it just like this, or you can do it another way, which I would love to see all of what you guys have done. Because even if you do the patterns that Mrs. Holsapple has chosen, it's going to look so amazing and cool because you guys have your own style and your own way of doing things. And I love seeing it. So please make sure that you post a picture of your amazing artwork after you are done. So there is a quick pattern, and look how different it looks after you get it all done. You could even put a pattern on the stool, and how much fun all this different area that you have that you can color and make other choices. All right, guys, thank you. I had an amazing time with you. I can't wait to create with you. See you soon.